5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have now entered the way of the Daniel. Put that back by Santa Claus in that random cup with a bed behind me, bed for sale, bed behind me, bed for sale, bed behind me, bed for sale, bed behind me, bed for sale. It is March 16th, 2024, 9:27 p.m. A little astrological weather for you here. One moment, I'll be right back. No. Tangled. So let's see what we got here. It is Sun at 27 degrees Pisces, nearing the end of the Piscean season, at least with the Sun for the year. Doesn't mean Pisces season is over. Moon at 26 degrees Gemini. It's almost, we're almost hitting that void moon again. Let's see here. It's going to go void pretty soon. 16th. That's fucking March. So 17th. Void at 12:43 a.m. Eastern. So that's 10:43 Mountain. So in about an hour, it's going to go void with the last aspect, which is kind of fascinating. I never really look at the last aspect, but this one's going to be square Neptune in 27 degrees Pisces, which right now, okay, right fucking now, today, right fucking now, we've got Sun conjunct Pisces, and the moon is going to be a first quarter moon going void at Sun conjunct Pisces. Sun conjunct Pisces. Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces at 27 motherfucking degrees. What else are we looking at here? Mercury 12 degrees Aries, Venus 6 degrees Pisces, moving right along. Mars 25 degrees Aquarius. I wonder if it's fucking slowing down. No, it won't go retrograde for fucking a while. Holy shit, it is not slowing down. When the fuck? Good God, not till December, then it goes retrograde. Which is like a lot of times that is nice. I remember one Mars retrograde sucked, but then I remembered one was awesome because it felt like there was no need, no impetus to do anything. It was fucking awesome, and I was not looking forward to when Mars would go direct again, because then I would feel like, oh, I gotta do something. Which earlier today, the notion of, as far as your goal or your aim, if you have any, the goal being just don't do stupid shit. Refrain from stupid shit. And that, before, that was not always my favorite goal, because the mentality was, okay, great, I'll stay away from stupid shit, but I still got a swath of time that I have to do something with. But today it shifted, it changed a little bit. And now I'm thinking I want to talk about also one thing I do like about my speeches compared to others. So let's pull out a document here real quick, because we're coming up with some ideas we want to touch on for the speech. So the shift, the different way of looking at it today, different way of looking at goals being refrain from stupid shit. What makes I keep putting double A. We're going to leave it. MAAKES. What makes my speeches better than other YouTube streaming douchebags. And we're not alone. So those are some topics that we okay. I want to do that, but it's also 9:30 p.m., so I don't necessarily want to stir up my own energy when it's getting close to bedtime. We're not trying to generate, we're not fucking trying to generate a lot of fucking juice right now. You fucking understand? But actually, if we do generate some fucking juice, who gives a fuck? We'll stay up later. I got movies, I got hot tub ideas, I got a book to read, we got a fucking book to read. I wonder if the sun conjunct Neptune square the moon has anything to do. Right now, I'm fucking loving just like the embellish. And I wonder if Neptune has to do with tall tales. And it's also, funny story. It's forming this T square to some of my shit at the end of Sagittarius right now, too. So not only is the transit, not only is the transit Sun and Neptune and Moon forming a square, but then my natal fucking Sag stuff is over here. So we got here, and here. T square. But I am not proficient enough to differentiate between we're always over the fucking there. I am not proficient enough to differentiate between how the transits are hitting you, like Sun, Neptune, square moon. That is just transits that we're all experiencing versus square my sad shit, personally natal stuff. Like, where do you draw the line with the difference? And the closest I can ever get is like, well, how the transit stuff is hitting at everyone, and then what flavor of ice cream it's doing for me. You know, if we're all getting served ice cream right now, what particular flavor am I getting shoved up my ass? If you never had ice cream shoved up your ass, I would go for it. Definitely recommended. Yeah. Take that on a cone and shove it up your ass. And then I don't know if your ass is clean and you got some kinky person that you like to do kinky shit with and have them eat ice cream out of your ass. We just take it and we just go with it as far as we can. So, well, what the fuck are we talking about? Down, hat down. We're uncovered today. I wanted to try it out and see how that would go. Different way of looking at goals being okay, refrain from stupid shit. So okay, I was saying as ice cream ass, I was saying ass ice cream, creamy ass ice, ass cream, icy ass cream. Icy ass cream. So traditionally it was okay, refrain from doing stupid shit, check, but I still got to do something with my time. But today, as we were saying, as it changed, but today it was cool because it was refrain from doing stupid shit, and who gives a fuck what else you do? Who gives a fuck what else you do as long as you don't do stupid shit? It was, and the reason I say it was cool was because it felt good. It felt good. I gotta go get my notebook? Seriously? Do I gotta go get my fucking notebook right now? I will go get my fucking notebook right now. Fine. Fucking fine. Ouch. Cool. And I even wrote speech tonight. Oh, and I have some topics there too. The Chariot, eclipses, guides. See here. I wrote this. In fact, underlined, putting the focus and attention on staying away from stupid shit, underline, feels good. And if you're like me, which you're not, but in this manner, if because I will like spend time writing in the morning trying to figure out how to do a day that doesn't suck. Trying to figure out how to do a day that doesn't suck. Um if you find something in your explorations of writing and brainstorming or what have you that feels good, then do it. Do what feels good. Do what feels good. Do what feels good. Unless it's heroin, then don't do that. Because some things might feel good initially, but then they feel really bad later on. And there's a really cool Simpson episode where Homer's trying to make a decision, and part of the decision is future Homer would future Homer thank you for that? And I think ultimately Homer was like, I don't care. I'm going to eat some donuts. Might be a focus on destroying obstacles. That was cool too. So putting the focus and attention on staying away from stupid shit feels good. Might be a focus on destroying obstacles. And then also, I wrote it in quotes, all you have to do is not do certain things. And the other reason that feels good is I woke up tired and sore. Like it took me a long time to get some liveliness going. And so a lot of times if you just feel like God, I should be doing something. I should try to make some headway into unfucking my life or something. But you just don't have the energy, you don't have the motivation. You're just like, Then doing these easy things, this was like easy. It was easy. It required little effort to not do something. But it was cool, that extra little add-on before we move on. That extra little add-on that we would like to emphasize for myself and for the speech. But I want to remember again, lots of times for these speeches, for these speakers, are lots of times for me to emphasize for myself. For me to emphasize for myself. For me to emphasize. For me to emphasize for myself. For me to emphasize for myself. That staying away, the goal, the focus and tension on the goal of refraining from stupid shit implied that doesn't matter what else you can do. You can do anything. It doesn't matter. So what else do we want to talk about? This fucking card. The Chariot. This fucking card. Which kind of scared me a little bit because when I went looking for it in the deck, it was on the bottom. And then right behind it was this card. The dreaded Three of Swords. So we're just going to take that one. There we go. Haha, look what's behind the Three of Swords. The Four of Wands. Yay! Yay! Three of Swords. Yay! What's behind it? Yay! Yay! It's wild because I can't even It's like a card I can't even get excited about. But we're gonna hide. We're gonna bury Three of Swords and make the Four of Wands be there. And you know what's actually really funny about that is that kind of, right? It kind of brings us back to this card, because this card says, usually for me, it implies like, oh, bunch of shit. It's gonna be fucking crazy shit. And the reading in my book implies crazy wild energies, but if handled well, come out on top, which would be Four of Wands, handled well. If not handled well, Three of Hearts. Yee! But basically, whenever I see this, I'm just like, God damn it. Shit's gonna be, here comes a fucking shitstorm. I guess, here comes fucking, obviously we don't handle things well. It's one of those personal side story I think I can share about my life, is that I feel like continue to get boned until I reach a certain level of proficiency, right? Chariot's going to keep trampling me in the fucking dirt until I can learn how to drive it. Fuck. But I generally am like, homie, don't play that game. I don't play that fucking game. You can trample me in the dirt and I'll tell you to eat shit, whatever, or go cry. I don't care. But anyway, the reason I bring that card up is because, like, a couple days ago, the 13th, actually, Wednesday the 13th, March 13th, that day fucking sucked. And it's funny because whenever people talk about their bad days or something, it's because this happened and this happened and this happened. And I'm just like, nothing happened. It's just the fucking energies kicked my ass. A bunch of unpleasant ass kicking just for just the feeling of it. Nothing happened. Who cares about the happenings? It's just how the feelings go, and sometimes the energy is just like, and I think it had to do with Mars square Uranus. Uranus, I used to think of as like this fun, quirky thing, but it's kind of getting this raw shit in my book about it'll just come and electrocute you for a while and then leave you alone, burning, sizzling. And your astrologers would be like, no, it breaks you free from stuff, or it gives you a lightning bolt of information for you to digest. And I'm like, I didn't digest shit when I'm like, I ain't digesting shit. That was rough. I don't know. And a lot of times you have those rough energy days, and I'm not the only one. Like my mom, she had a rough day. She got some bad news. Might have to get some like more knee surgeries or something. But the 14th was okay. I think the 15th was okay. I don't remember too much of that. Probably not a lot happened. But today we must have handled the Chariot well. Because I went on a hike with the homies, hence the picture was from a pretty cool hike. It started out kind of rough day though, and so much so that I even saw a sign I was going to put that as the thumbnail. And the sign said, I parked at a park today to go chill this morning. And the sign said, buckle up. And when you see the Chariot card and then the sign's like, buckle up, then you're like, God damn it. Fuck. Although, those two combined can just be like, you're going to ride a roller coaster. Roller coaster be fine. Because then you're just, wee, I'm just going to ride it. Wee. But I think the Chariot card is more like, no, you got to grab the fucking reins. You got to grab the reins and steer that shit. Anyway, enough about the Chariot thing. Where it kind of leads into, though, is the upcoming eclipse. Solar eclipse, I think, is the first one we call it. In Aries. Let's see. Solar eclipse in air. No, okay. So this one's called lunar eclipse. We're at March 25th, and the astrologer I was watching said we are at the end of something, like end of an era. And then solar eclipse in Aries, April 8th, the new moon. So this full moon apparently is lunar eclipse, March 25th. And right now, I'm going to say this lunar cycle, I am not a fan. Some lunar cycles, I'm just not a fan. So whatever it's building toward, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We are at the first quarter moon now. So maybe that can enlighten us towards some direction or strategy to take this next quarter to the full moon. But right now, I'm like, this energy is just kicking our ass. Just kicking our ass. We don't like getting our ass kicked. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. And a lot of times astrologers are like, oh, powerful eclipses, powerful. They say that all the time, though. They say that shit all the time. So I don't buy it, but I also, I try to stay away from following what goes on in the rest of the world. Maybe there's, I might be getting just like, but other people, they might have like shit going on all over the place in their life. Who fucking knows? Not me, because I've already been through that. I sort of. Anyway, I like that document. I got a different document open. Let's do that full moon. And then solar eclipse April 8th. We're at the beginning of something. So, it's weird is that usually when the moon is waxing toward full, trying to like build towards something, but maybe for this one in particular, maybe this, clearly my focus today advised was a little bit on destroying obstacles. So maybe getting rid of stuff can be okay for this waxing moon because it's the end of an era or whatever. I wanted to talk a little bit about guides but I don't know if I will talk much on it. We're already at 30 minutes, and the goal was 5 to 10. So that's good. If we come back to guides, we'll come back to guides, but let's go back to what makes my speeches better than other YouTube streaming douchebags is because lots of times, and this is what I don't like about your self-help books or other things too, because what you see is people presenting this neat, perfect little image, just like what they present on Facebook, their perfect little lives, when that couldn't be anything further from the truth. And I think that's so fucking fucked because it perpetuates this idea for the individual who looks at it that everyone's doing great in life except me. I'm struggling, but everyone else seems to be having a great time. Yeah, well, why would everyone be talking about mental health and depressions and shit like that if everyone was living these perfect little fancy schmance lives? Maybe they are, but I'm not. And the word on the street I hear is lots of people ain't doing so hot. So why my speeches, what makes them makes Capricorn goat them better is, well, and I'm not going to say better. We're not going to get on a contest here. I don't like those things. But at least different, where I will say that, and also when I thought about what kind of speeches would I like to give, what kind of recordings would I like to do, I'm still up in the air about that. It's still mostly for me just a way of practicing my speaking, my speeches, my speech, how I want to talk, and practicing a presentation style and getting more comfortable speaking for an audience. This is a live audience of 0, but when I do this, I like to try to sometimes, when I can remember, to pretend that there could be other viewers out there and that it doesn't phase me. Text here. I think it's my buddy Colton. Let's see who it is. Yeah. Oh, he's sending me a YouTube link. Huh. Oh, a tactical walking stick. That's hilarious. Oh, because and this actually ties into the next point. We're not alone. I like to present these like authentically. I don't want to get myself neat and perfect. I don't care if my camera or my mic's not the best. I don't care. Obviously Wednesday the 13th. I'm not necessarily going to record a video if I'm wigging out and hating my entire current experience of life that day. Might talk about it later, maybe. But we're still trying to just present it like it is. Present it like it is. Whenever I go on dates with chicks, or try to, I'd always advocate to them like, yo, just be you. Just try and be you. Like, don't try to put this image off. Don't impress me. Don't think what I want you to see. Don't think whatever. I just want to see who you are. I just want to experience you, who you are. Probably fucking cunt, but giant hoe bags, or and maybe I give people too much credit. Maybe I'm always looking for a special you when the actual who they are is just some fucking shallow automaton. Don't give people too much credit. Don't give people too much credit. Don't give them too much credit, which is so funny because credit, right? Credit. Let's talk about that. The way it looks like a lot of people are operating now, they use words like, I'm a high value man looking for a high value woman, or whatever. And it's bad. Like, it's bad. It almost looks like I don't know how much, what proportion, but we'll say too much of the dating scene is becoming commodified. And it's not just the dating scene, obviously. It's as people objectify people more, and we are existing in a capitalistic society. They're just putting numerical values on people and deciding if that's okay. I'm gonna hang out with them if their value's enough. What the fuck? It's the weirdest fucking thing in the world when they'll talk about, and this has been a long time, not just recently. Recently is where they'll talk about high value, low value dating potentials, which has merit to it. Obviously, I was still would walk around and be like, oh, that girl's a 6, she's a 9. That's based on purely on physical looks, but it's just a scale. So maybe they assign that to people still. But for a long time, there's been this thing with people that are rich people. They'll say, oh, their net worth is like, assigning a monetary value to a person. That's just fucking weird. That's so fucking weird to me. It's fucking weird. No, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. I try not to let your fucked up weird ass society that people buy into bother me. And to a large, it doesn't bother me except that I gotta go out and be in it. And so that sucks. Put up with a bunch of fucking crazy people who think what they're doing is fucking normal. When they'll look at the way I'm speaking right now and be like, "Ooh, he's crazy." No, I'm just eccentrically expressive. What's cool though with these speeches, what I'm noticing is a nice interplay between let me keep this on camera, control, and then lose control for short time to get that express go out, control and lose control. And that's cool, and come back to control, and then let go and lose control, and then come back to control, and then lose control. And that's cool. That's cool. It's not cool enough. It's not cool enough. Let's be very, very fucking clear here. And I'm putting in just a smidgen of anger when it deserves a mountain of anger. It's not cool enough. It's not fucking cool enough. Because we maintain that life should be fucking cool. And if it's not, then it's not fucking okay. It's not fucking okay. I don't know how much legitimacy or sustainability there is to that attitude, but it is not something we ever want to forget. We never want to forget that. We never want to forget that a loss of luster for life, a loss of aliveness, we are not determined that that is okay. Because presentably, would you not rather be of the mentality that we are here for a short fucking time, and every moment that passes you by where you're not feeling alive is you're missing out on your fucking life. You're missing out on your life. And that gets into what I would call the tragedy of my life. I don't care what others think about it. I'm pretty sure they're aware of that too. There's been powerful quote, one that goes, and for me, I would point at it as the source of a lot of people's fucking depression and mental illnesses or all of that shit, because they know that this isn't how it's supposed to be. But the caveat to that is I don't know that sitting around screaming about it helps. And honestly, I'm not gonna berate anyone who gets to the point where I get to frequently, but I'm only fucking 40. Get people older, they're just like, I don't fucking care anymore. I just don't want any more. Just let me fucking ride it out in peace, man. Just let me ride out my years in fucking peace. Just stop with this stupid shit and let me just fucking. But I want something beautiful. I want something beautiful. I don't know why beauty isn't a virtue. Maybe you would call it something else. Maybe you'd call it something besides a virtue. Maybe an ideal. Maybe put it as an ideal. The virtues, at least as I'm aware of, are like, well, because they're like patience is a virtue. Like, really? You want patience or you want beauty? Come on, man. So fucking kidding me? And we're not talking beauty like, oh, I'm not gonna explain it. If you don't get it, I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain it to you. I don't like explaining things to people. I really don't. I will, maybe I will if there's genuine curiosity, but so many times people want some fucking explanation before they even want to rub their two stones together they got in their head and think about it. Like, they don't even want to think about it. They just want I want explanations. I want explanations for everything. Maybe I don't want to give you a fucking explanation. You know, I think that's a lot of times, I'm sure how God or the gods would operate. People are like, I want to, why? Be like, you're not going to fucking get it. I don't want to explain it to you. I don't want to explain it to you. It's beauty. I love beauty. Big fan. That's why sad shit can still be great too, right? It's because it can be beautiful, right? You can have the most like saddest fucking song, but it can be fucking have so much beauty to it. So much beauty to it. All right, so we'll finish with this last point. You know, well, we're not alone. That phrase usually pisses me the fuck off, annoys the shit out of me. But what I mean by that is over the years when I came across this notion, it was kind of fun to imagine for a second. Like right now, here I am in front of the mic doing this speech, but then you imagine like other people who, let's just say, for example, your allies, right? And I've playing like video games, and there's RPGs with different characters, and they might be in different parts of the world doing different things. But it's like, where are these other people right? Like, what are they doing right now at this point in time? Like, how's their life going? And it's too fucking bad, man. It's too fucking bad. We don't have more alliances getting through. I got this friend, name of Dave. Last name started with a B. He said a lot of weird shit, but one thing I think he was on about was we don't realize how much we need each other. And that's maybe the case, but I don't know. People get really wrapped up in their own plan. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. So I meet a lot of people where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get my camper and go out in the woods and do my own thing. It's like, why don't you do that with people? why don't you do it with people? And I think it might have a lot to do with they refused to work on themselves, and then they couldn't accept people for who they were. I don't know. We're not going to get into that, but the notion, it's kind of fun to think about. Oh, what's this person doing like right now? And especially fun to think when you get into this allies mentality. It's like, oh, what's my allies doing now? And the reason, because watch this, okay? When you start interacting with people and on a more regular basis, you start influencing each other more. And so that gets kind of fascinating because it literally becomes shit you do will affect them too. You know, I make bad fucking decisions, then it's going to affect them as well. You make good fucking decisions, it'll affect them better as well. You get more into a nice diet and exercise regime, they'll be like, yeah, let's fucking do it. So that can be fascinating as well. And that's where I say where we're not alone is like, all right, there's other people going through some stuff too, and they're existing, doing something at the same time right now at some point. And they're okay, really go watch this scene. This is going to be over the top, right? I'm not necessarily talking about this much, but I need to watch this scene again too. Somewhere out there, Fievel. YouTube that, An American Tale somewhere out there. And that's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. It's these two little my brother and great. Um, but really, like, where you're not alone because there's other people out there at the same time existing, and it'd be cool if they were your allies. But anyway, I think we are gonna close it down here. Maybe I don't know if I want to watch this on my own or live stream. Yeah. No, we're not. We're not gonna stream watching that because I'm gonna do it on my own. Because it means hits me deep, and we're not going that deep on these streams. So, thank you for tuning in. This has been another edition of The Way of the Daniel coming at you from the West Side. May you live long and prosper. May the force be with you, and may the odds always be ever in your favor. Until next time, motherfuckers. We'll see you later. And go watch that video. It's a great one. The song, yeah, just YouTube somewhere out there. Fievel, An American Tale. It is fan fucking tastic.